What?
Maybe go reduce your.
You go get a correction. I tell you,
I'm not again.
I'm not seeing me. You don't make me yellow.
No,
I use. What video shaker? Listen, is there anything meant to use for a video shaker? A video shaker. My friend, talk to shake. Where guys go use?
You say there's one more thing.
In case the engine, then if you work well again.
You say one more thing.
One more thing. That side.
Now,
come. You know that time.
Thank you for reminding me, sir. Thank you for reminding me, sir. This product what they talk to, it they help. Even me with the.
It they help for bedroom.
Now what for you?
You dey use that.
Now wow.
Give me small sample, man.
This day, to be frank, no. So God who made me, I didn't talk like you. I'll be
this is why they say so. People in this studio will call you. They will call you.
Even we will say yes.
The thing is bitter.
We will drink it like that. Anything that has sweet end.
Yes. The thing, if you drink about, the thing bitter well.
Say they walk.
Now wow. I said, you go knock. So I beg for Port Harcourt people. 2
seconds.
If you know say you want to come tomorrow,
just of the number.
Yes, type yes and your name to 080 634 20 915. Thank you so much.
I cannot be here for
knock yourself out. Knock. All right,
thank you. Thank you, sir.
Now, see,
this knocking something.
This way talk now.
Excuse me. Not before.
Why would Nigeria
behave
like this?
Now it's what he has said and the things that follow it in on talk are things that we have noticed since solar lights don't date the whole Niger Delta. Do you know that from Owerri to Mbano, if you see the distance?
Where's Owerri?
Owerri now.
Okay,
where's Owerri?
Where's Mbano?
It's from Owerri to Mbano.
How many hours?
If you drive 120,
you don't die now. Imagine if you drive 120, you don't need
Mba for Igbo. No be no
town.
Mba no.
One thing no things.
Mba no combination.
No. Mba no.
Na community.
Mba means ama. It means community.
Okay.
It means room.
Okay.
Mba no is room 4. Now,
what's that mean?
Do you know what I'm saying?
If they drive 120, how many hours?
No be hours.
From town to Mbano.
If they drive 120,
you don't die.
From Owerri town to Mbano is more than 30 minutes at that speed. To show you this. No, now 120 no die.
That road, I not just go good for 120.
The road
because na community
the former man doing well.
I know, but na communities they pass. So
you know, wait, if you go Bayelsa from here, from Port Harcourt to Bayelsa, how many go wrong?
I don't think anybody run 120 there because
that road they dualize that road. No, not from River State to Owerri, night police full everywhere.
So it's okay.
We think the Owerri town. Go ahead. They know who they kill, who they never kill. So police not killing you along that road.
Go ahead.
Good.
So from that place, Owerri town, capital to
that community, that major road, just like from Choban here, where we did to Mbiama.
Okay.
NDDC put that solar light.
Are you serious?
Kule they say they don't hear well last week. We want to make an appeal again for you. Now, these lights where they put no get switch. You don't get on and off. You don't want community.
Now Sunday on.
You don't want community where they call Ayakoro. You know where they call Ayakoro?
For Bayelsa, no Ayakoro.
Now there where the empty come from.
Are you serious?
Village.
Motor no reach there.
No, motor no there. He go put the street light, this solar light there. My brother, that solar light we put.
What happened to the microphone?
The community boys been get some dark areas
during burial
location. whether they help themselves.
But that's a man that carry better play.
So in that areas,
Bayasa and the Calabare and Okakapo, they use better play.
not true.
Very good.
Now, they don't go put light everywhere. So those dark areas, where some community boys, you job people are very creative. The group of boys when they perpetrate such acts, can't gather themselves.
Because they hide the light.
Can't they hate the light? Now one slim like me, who's trying to get body like Tekena. Now they call
me I get body.
One barrier, things falling for the barrier. Then they can't carry one way slim. Can't give a rapper. Say Abi,
Men climb the pole.
even man.
Maybe Prangala.
Now climb pole. You can imagine I'm not joking no. Climb the pole, go up to the light. Take rapper.
Cover
They cover the light because the light don't get switch.
Make it dim.
Make the community that area
That area dim small.
for their actions to happen.
Oh my God.
So if you see rapper, in the on top pole, cover the light rapper complete. You know there's some kind of dangerous breeze. No, you know breeze. They come perform when they are not needed. Breeze come blow the rapper. As in they climb that breeze blow the rapper and I come and carry rope.
Abi.
Climb up back. Tie the rapper.
Take rope.
Oh, Akeme. Take rope. Who's tie the rapper on top of the solar light to darken that side.
To darken that side.
And he achieved the darkness.
Oh, God.
He achieved the darkness. So the solar light now don't light up and remove some dangerous acts.
And I probably even here say NDDC will light up the entire water side from Nembe water side. You know, so the way the water side is there, if you link up, run round
Each other.
run round Port Harcourt.
Yes, the side then go round.
From Job, if you link up.
No, Job, what you cut on and I bring my wife.
Okay, now put my off 9 quarter.
9 quarter.
Now put my half quarter. If not, if you use leg.
Leg from water side, you go round Port
But
Harcourt.
for town, if you use leg.
Within town,
Go
you
round
use leg, go round.
From Creek Road. No, let's say from Bundu. If you start from Bundu water side.
That's Harbour Road side.
Harbour Road side, near prison.
That side there.
That prison.
Now, if you use leg, from there, link.
Not even from there, sir. If you start from Makoba.
I'm coming now. Makoba don't reach. And I cycle now. Start from
No,
somewhere.
from Makoba, come join Marine Base.
Nice.
From Marine Base, Ibadan.
That is what I'm saying now. If, okay, let's say, we'll take from Makoba. From Makoba, water side.
Go pass
go
up
enter.
back of Harbour Road.
Congo reach Makoba water side. From Makoba, where I bet to be day, cement be day. You go link
To Creek Road.
to no
Before Creek
yes,
Road.
go before Creek Road. Go
You go
reach
reach
Bundu.
before Creek Road.
Bundu. From Bundu
To
you
Creek
go
Road.
link Creek Road.
Creek.
Number water side. Number water you are moving.
That one where they enter money.
Yes. Plenty
Like
boats
don't go
dey-
funny.
I don't go.
plenty people they go there belay all the load from that
Village they
side.
load there.
From that
Bonny
side,
they load there. Members have they load there.
you go link.
Those wooden Nembe boats.
You go link to Ibadan water side. Yes, what like?
From Ibadan
From
to
Ibadan
to
water
Bishop
side to
Johnson.
Johnson.
From
Bishop
Bishop
Johnson
Johnson
to UP.
to Takena their side.
UP.
That back.
What do you mean that man? What do you mean that man name? UP Ama.
The plenty of man there. My father said my chief will one polo there. You go link there. From
Bonsai
there,
Navy.
Congo Navy. That's our water
That's
side.
NNS.
Water side. From that place,
Bonsai
you go-
comprehensive.
You go link to Anitonia Dam.
And it turn down.
Anitonia Dam. You go link to comprehensive dam. From conservative dam, you go link to
Baptist.
Eche Dam.
Eche down.
Eche Dam.
Eche Dam.
Yes, Eche water
Eche
side.
water side for town.
From Eche water
What
side.
you consider Eche for this side?
My brother will
No,
collect-
that's the
will
street
collect
name
am.
Eche
Okay.
Street.
Eche Street.
Come here. You want to take Eche for town? Eche
Eche
there.
water side. I still
Okay.
Eche.
Oh, boy.
Eche. So you go link there. From there, you go link go to Baptist water side.
Wow.
To Africa water side. To Marine Base.
Yes. From Marine Base, you lead NDDC headquarters.
There to a back of LNG too.
Yes.
No, water. I see.
That's
Like
yeah,
that
Marine
water,
Base
yes.
on.
That water.
On our water side.
Jesus.
So
Wow.
I hear
Now the
say
circle be there.
NDDC.
When I hear finish, boy, don't some feel the other side.
They break.
From now,
Break.
from now, we can something.
There's breaking transmission.
You can some feel and cover everything. And then you water finish.
There's breaking transmission. Breaking water side.
I said, nah. Julius Beja.
Now you don't get even a female side. It's more what I side. The way you break.
When they break, you go open for female. For female. Don't be female.
Now female now.
No, the one before female.
After Amadi, they go.
Amadi now.
Amadi get. So we just say
to up to Abluma.
We just say
up to Okreka.
Now we just say. Now so you go take go around. Now so the ring road supposed to go.
The ring road.
Yes.
So say we be there for what I say.
That's supposed to go.
The Port Harcourt ring.
I bet you want try ring road. Yes, I bet you want try them. They resisting.
No, don't say they resisting. I bet you structure was to put bridge from Abonima Wharf. Cross to Bacana. Even 10 million bridge.
No.
10 million bridge. Long passer.
10 million bridge about 30 kilometers.
A long passer.
Now, so I just say the NDDC MD say they want to light up
all those
water side round.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. I consign it.
Oh, fire!
No, it's a good.
The boys will resist him.
That's where the problem is. That's the problem because when I hear when they talk and they try to talk, it's a very wonderful thing.
And I've always
I feel say they feel achieve all, but to sustain and keep because of the boys where they are like 50%, they feel achieve, but they feel achieve all. But for those light to stay. The time where the people really need them, we don't know how the boys them. All these areas are occupied by boys of youths of Niger Delta.
Girls follow.
They get girls wing, and they get old people wing. Yes, now
the advisory council. I don't advise the youth.
Yes, so. You get one old man.
They just have Fara Marino.
I don't know if the old man take waka pass. We had the boys that they say, "Send boy, you don't fuck up." You say, "Yeah, boys, what I fuck now?"
No, use that language. Use that language.
I mess up. Send boy don't mess up. You say, "Yeah, what I mess." So if NDDC achieve that, that means even if because we don't know NEPA,
nobody care for NEPA.
No ban that
for my street too.
That's why they're bandless.
They don't get
NEPA no ban that area. Even the side when NEPA claims in a band A, now no band. Because now the way with the Wayo don't enter this country with those NEPA. So if this light up the whole of that water side,
I can tell you one thing will happen.
You go sweet.
I tell you one thing will happen. Just like we have the room of massive boys now. Don't they climb the solar to go tap one current?
Yes.
At least even in a farm.
This small solar.
Then they plan and they call electricians.
Maybe like
3 electricians.
Anything where you go good boys, no go fit do.
So this small light doesn't carry anything.
Let's be say all those electricians for motor they can connect.
They can connect it.
If they will fit connect
motor not be battery.
From battery. So there must be something inside that solar light. Where if you give small fan current for somebody
only for fan to sleep. Now what you happen for those water side? Those water side, those Okreka boys they will fool out.
Stop that. Who talking about?
The electrician. I don't want to call the electrician.
Just let they come out from.
No, just let now Lily one now.
Lily one down.
No be that Lily one. The full town.
What they just left for you?
They don't pack them. They don't come out their mbala. No, they call them mbala.
I don't know what they mean mbala.
So we have 5 minutes.
I know. Mbala now where?
No rush also.
No rush. Come, I found that fire today. We go supposed to take another 30 minutes.
5 minutes. We have bills to pay.
So now those boys then go coordinate themselves to tap current.
It's possible, but
now second hand.
Make
if NDDC, okay, then
make the MD do them.
NDDC they do light first. Maybe the next thinking will be to provide bulk solar in certain communities to give them fan for their houses.
Okay, like bulk solar.
Bulk solar. Like 1,000 batteries.
If I know we work
and 2,000 panels. Let's say we'll go to Ayakuro community. The community Ayakuro, for instance.
They get one what do they call wind power?
Wind electricity.
As the breeze they blow
by the water side, all those river breeze.
Yes, the fan they rotate as they rotate, they
give light.
They bring current. They never seen that before.
But we don't have that kind of current wind by water side now to power electricity.
You sure?
No, not in this our waterfront here. No.
We know that.
No. You did Bonnie for the
I mean in real.
Wait, Bonnie can use it. Okay, Bonnie can win. Opobo can win too.
Ocean. That's quiet like that.
No, for our partner Ocean do.
Okay, but they can build the
base for the ocean
the wind panels on the ocean.
Then run the current.
Anthony will use that well.
Well, Anthony can use it.
If it's on the ocean, they can do that.
So
Anthony, ocean.
Anthony, the ocean now. Popo the ocean.
Now, Popo the ocean.
Now we're back
down below.
Your own is not original.
Down below. Oh boy. Pictures why I see for down below.
Make I do this to go put light.
Down below be like Las Vegas.
Are you serious?
One company don't take over the place.
What did they find go there?
Okay. Oh boy, down below. You know, be like what you be before.
I was in that fishing port.
I see if you see pictures now, be like Bonnie LNG.
Down below.
If you see light.
We'll discuss what to encourage for what would they want to encourage the MD of NDD Sound Robuku for
please, chief doctor.
And the other person, not when he work finish, they don't pay. The man where they in charge.
The man where they pay.
Repayment, Chief Boma Yaye. We here now. So NDD is not owe anybody. So long as you don't work.
Nobody. If these new people need it. Old people when they give work. But NDD, you see, the money NDD is owe.
I know. If you do your work for this
in the next 20 years,
if you do your work for this regime, Chief Boma Yaye
they pay 100.
Yes. Okay, our partners, we know say our time don't really go, but please allow me to just say a big sorry to my friend and brother, the family of Adepoju, as the mother, they will be burying her this coming week. Mommy Comfort Mosumade Oluyemisi Adepoju, who has gone to be with the Lord. I'm saying sorry to Daddy Ileri Oluwa Adepoju and also to my friend Ademola Adepoju. May God grant her eternal rest. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. Minabo, Queen Minabo. May the Lord continue to strengthen your years.
Two of our boys they married this weekend.
Wow. Okay.
MCJP they marry on Saturday. And then Dennis Pride they marry on Sunday.
Their plan now.
Find one person.
So MCJP and Dennis Pride happy married to
junior comedians.
Habitat Hotel is our partner. J Cozy is our partner. HMG is our partner. Smile Watch is our partner. One TV is our partner.
Very good.
Olix Watch is our partner.
Very good.
And also our friend Chris Olic Hotel and H Reserve. We want to say you are doing well. We are proud of you to be our partner.
We
love you.
We have 2 minutes.
No, you don't have 2 minutes.
1 2 minutes. They come our time.
Thank you. Now, may thunder no fire this light again. You feel completed.
So I want to say thank you to all of you and to everybody who has been with us.
Outside microphone.
I want to say thank you for understanding us and also bearing with us. Today, just a small technical issue will not go happen again. Until next week, Friday. Okay. My daughter they do cultural today. Let her go watch her. Rosie's International School. I want to say congratulations to you on your cultural day. Iriawe!
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people. Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
A very good morning to you. Here is the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Ikemenjima. The House of Representatives has called on the federal government to suspend the introduction of genetically modified crops into the country pending the conclusion of a comprehensive investigation. The resolution of the House followed the adoption of a motion on the floor of the House by the lawmaker representing Ilorin West Asa Federal Constituency, Kwara State, Mukhtar Shagaya. Genetically modified crops are plants whose DNA has been altered using genetic engineering methods and used for agricultural purposes. Leading the debate on the need to investigate the introduction of genetically modified crops in Nigeria, Shigaya said the recent introduction of GM crops in Nigeria raised serious concerns and questions about the safety, regulatory oversight, and potential impact on the country's biosafety and ecosystem. The lawmaker further argued that introduction of GM crops has led to public outcries with serious concerns about the potential risk they may pose to human health, environmental degradation, and food security. The military has declared one Alilu Buza wanted for terrorist activities, illegal arms supplies, illegal mining, and cattle rustling. The Director of Operations, Major General Edward Buba, who announced this at the bi-weekly media briefing of the Defense Media Operations in Abuja, said Halilu Busa resides in a forest in Zamfara State and often escapes to the Niger Republic after his operations in Nigeria. General Buba, however, said the military is working with his counterparts from Niger Republic to ensure the arrest of the terrorist who has a gang of boys working for him. Buba also said the troops of the Nigerian army succeeded in rescuing a total of 253 kidnapped victims in the last 2 weeks. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara advised local government chairmen in the state to be cautious in their utterances and actions, realizing that they have only a few days left in office. The governor also warned political players in the state against violence, vowing that anyone who harms another while displaying political loyalty would pay for the crime. Governor Fubara stated this during the flag-off of the Elele Umudioga Egbeda Ubimini Ikiri Omoku Road. The governor condemned the attack on his supporters at Eleme by some people shortly after the inauguration of the Aleto Ebubu Etio Road on Monday, stating that such actions intended to justify loyalty is totally unacceptable. He maintained that he has remained unprovoked despite the abuses on his personality and attacks on his followers because he has opted to toe the path of peace based on the promise he made to President Bola Tinubu. Governor Fubara admonished the people to conduct themselves peacefully in their support and advised the local government chairman to exercise restraint. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Joe Biden has rejected a demand by House Republicans to turn over the audio recording of his interview with the special counsel who investigated his handling of classified documents. In letters to two Republican House committee chairmen, the Justice Department and White House counsel said Biden was asserting executive privilege over the recordings. Special counsel Robert Hur interviewed the president extensively for his investigation into Biden's retention of classified records. In a nearly 350-page report released in February, Hur said criminal charges against Biden were not warranted. But in a politically explosive section, Hur described him as a sympathetic, well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. And that's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kelly Ikemenchima. Good morning. Thank you for your time.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Madam, you don't try this new Lush Hair 4-in-1 No Lie Relaxer Kit. We get free neutralizing shampoo and conditioner join.
What? Me, I know deal.
You're not even sabi waiting the apple for town. You see this Lush Hair Relaxer so?
You know the pepper, you know the bond. It will even make your hair shine like oil.
That's so. Lush Hair Relaxer Kit, na correct. We no go make your hair cut. We no go make your hair dry. You know the pepper, and they relax hair well. Come by your honor.
Lush Hair. Be beautiful.
I said, push your head. Take it again.
It's celebration galore in Rivers State as the calm and noiseless revolutionist Governor Siminalayi Fubara GSSRS invites the people of the state, captains of industries, and the business community to the 1-year anniversary celebration of service delivery to the people of Rivers State. The day 3 of the commissioning of the Emoha Kalabari Road from Tema Junction on Friday, 17th May 2024 by His Excellency Senator Henry Siriaki Dixon, 11 a.m. and day 4 of the commissioning of Andoni's section of the Ogoni Opobo Andoni Unity Road and bridges on Saturday, 18th May 2024 by Senator Hope Zodima, CON, Governor of Imo State at the new layout Ingo Town, Andoni, 11 a.m. prompt. Come, let's celebrate with a calm and noiseless revolutionist. River State Government Announcer.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
All right, we thank you for staying with us today, 95.1 FM. We have a guest join us via the phone this morning. Dr. Love Oladile is a business development support provider. She's popularly called the Queen of Internet Business and the Honorable Minister of Wealth. She's the host of a popular business workshop tagged The Business Show. Madam, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. How do you do?
Very well. We trust that it's a wealthy day for all of us.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell us about the Business Show.
Thank you. Over the past 20 years, I've been doing online business. I decided about 10 years ago, I decided to start an NGO called the TLI Foundation, where we show people...
Look for trouble. Don't exhibit trouble. It's not good. One is known for trouble. What good does it do to anybody?
I was beginning to wonder if you weren't going to talk about the advice of the governor.
No, the advice is good, but I'm telling you that even without the advice, children will not come out and fight and die for them. Once they get poor, some of them will remember, it's my life here. They will vanish.
But this, I don't know if it's relatable. All this talk about Ijo, they give up, Ijo, they grieve, Ijo vex, this and that. The other day was Asari Dokubo, and then the governor re-echoed some of those things. Ijo, where Ijo. I'm like, why are we doing this? Why we know that politics divides us rather than give us lines for us to reason together. But towing this ethnic path, does it make us any better? I think it just stirs whatever is festering.
Nigeria is looking for a way to stop ethnocentrism today. So you found out that at that particular point in time, you had Obafemi Awolowo representing the entire Southwest bloc. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe were representing the Southeast. Ahmadu Bello, who incidentally appointed Tafawa Balewa because of his traditional position, he cannot. If not, he would have been the first was the prime minister that Tafawa was. Now, all of them, these were divided on ethnic lines. And I asked a simple question at that time. That this is Ijo we are talking about. And others that may not be Ijo, but there are very many. Ogonis and all the rest of them. These are full humans with intelligence. It's not that those in Southeast, those in Southwest, and those in the North are more intelligent than them. They don't have value more than these people that were not counted. Then you made it a triple stand. Nigeria was standing on that. That is the ethnicity. And it's running very high in the blood of Nigerians. Whatever politics they are doing, they will bring ethnicity. That's exactly. So if they are telling you, and one thing is that a tribe or ethnic group must have its character, peculiar character. So if the Jaws are the people that are saying they don't agree, well, I don't know. I don't know much about them. I don't look for trouble, and nobody has looked for trouble from me. He just talked with me. That is it.
All right, so some of the things to listen to, and then NLC President giving an update on the minimum wage saga. We talked about this in part in the morning. Some of the other news, we'll find them in the papers trending today. Students' loan application portal opens May 24. I'm like, oh, finally. The management of the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, led by its managing director, Mr. Akintunde Sawyer, are thrilled to announce the 24th of May 2024 as the official date for the opening of the portal for student loan applications. It marks a significant milestone in the commitment of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to fostering accessible and inclusive education for all Nigerians. Through the portal, students can now access loans to pursue their academic aspirations without financial constraints. Well, students can access the portal on NELF, that's NELF, that's NELF.gov.ng. NELF.gov.ng to begin application. And I say for more information and assistance, please contact NEL Fund via their email. That's info@nelf.gov.ng. For email, info@nelf.gov.ng. They said they have social media handles. About time. You don't seem interested in this matter at all.
In fact, I'm not hard of hearing, so I heard all that you read. But for me, you know where I peg it. Seeing will be believing. Let them start. And again, if they do start, what will be the bottom line? After using the funds and then become educated, perhaps I hope that education won't bring trouble to Nigerian students who have graduated because of the loan. And that you've not got a job and somebody is pressurizing you to pay back, or you are flown or thrown into some way that you're being communicado. I think such won't happen. You see, it's not good to eat food and then start having a running and anus.
Okay. It's all right. Well, if you want to apply for the loan, you're a citizen and you qualify.
I'm not told anybody not to apply.
I'm not saying that you said they should not apply now. I'm just saying the person that wants to apply.
Let them apply.
You feel you have the capacity. You want to try it. You're a Nigerian citizen. This is for Nigerian citizens. I beg, try. It may not be as bad as we've been saying. It could be worse than what we're saying.
It's all right.
But either way, if you don't try, you will never know. Exactly. So yesterday afternoon, just about an hour after our show, right? Keyamo put up the big announcement. Emirates returns to Nigeria October 1. Well, it's actually announced by the Emirates. They actually announced it on their website. Airline to resume daily operations to Lagos, offering unrivaled connectivity for Nigerian travelers. Make it not be like so they advertised them. It's just been so talked about, right? So the Emirates will resume services to Nigeria from October 1, 2024, operating a daily service between Lagos and Dubai and offering customers more choice and connectivity from Nigeria's largest city and through Dubai. The service will be operated using one of their aircrafts. It will depart Dubai 9:45 hours, arrive in Lagos 15:20 hours. The return flight would leave Lagos 5:30 p.m. and arrive Dubai at 5:10 a.m. the next day. Okay, and then they talked about where tickets can be purchased and stuff. But I'm not aware. Perhaps I need to read the entire thing. I haven't read the entire thing. Is this the same thing as lifting the ban? Because we must tell ourselves the truth. There is a restriction of entry into the country.
Yeah.
Not for all Nigerians. There are Nigerians that have valid travel documents and they are making those trips. It's just that they're not using the Emirates airline. They're using other means to get into Dubai. So let's call it what it is. People are still traveling to Dubai. Yeah. Does this announcement mean that Nigerians without a visa to Dubai can now apply to get a visa to go to Dubai and they will not have the restrictions placed? Because that's one of the issues.
Yeah.
That's one of the issues. They're returning services to Nigeria doesn't mean, and this statement doesn't also clarify that you can now go and easily get your visas if you have business in Dubai or perhaps you just want to go for holiday.
Well, I think Keyamo and his men should be able to warm up and tell us this because, again, remember you said you've not exhausted the article. Good. Perhaps it's at the bottom side.
I didn't also see when I just glanced through it. I didn't see it.
Okay. And if you don't, then it's still hazy. We don't know about that fact because that they are returning back to Nigeria does not mean that there won't be restrictions. And if such is in existence, that's why I always say that seeing will be believing. And I think it's best we keep it at that.
Okay. So we have confirmation would definitely bring it your way, but it doesn't state clearly if that's a visa or if the fact of Emirates Airlines flying now, including Nigeria in their routes, if that is equal to a lifting of the ban, okay. If you have better information, you can share with us as well. Yesterday, there was a story, Atiku Abubakar reacting to one of the stories of the federal government trying to tap into the pensions fund with 20 million or so. Well, the Minister of Finance, that the statement was attributed to, came out with a clarification yesterday that they don't intend to, without following due process, And that confused me. This is the statement. No plan to tap pension fund illegally. You see, illegally. Finance Minister Wale Edu is speaking. The Minister of Finance, Wale Edu, responded to reactions on government's plan to tap into 20 trillion naira pension fund to finance infrastructure and housing. He says it has come to my notice that there are stories making rounds that the federal government plans to illegally access hard-earned savings and pension contributions of workers. Nothing could be farther from the truth. The federal government has no intention whatsoever to go beyond those limitations and go outside those bounds which are there to safeguard the pensions of workers. In a press statement on Thursday in Abuja, Edu says in using the funds, government would adhere to established regulations governing pension funds. It says it is an ongoing conversation, a challenge and a test for the best and brightest in the financial industry to come up with solutions that will help in safeguarding the long-term savings of workers, do provide an avenue that can help to boost growth in the economy. Like, does it make sense? I don't understand.
You see, Kelly, sometimes it baffles me. You know, I always have problem with these
what's going on?
Government officials. They are coming out boldly to tell us that legally, of course, you can move into the
legally
pension.
You will go and collect it.
That is it. You remember Buhari administration some time ago said either they were, I think through banks, they were going to get all the
dormant monies in dormant
accounts. Then I asked federal government whether they were those individuals that own those accounts.
You know, even the Buhari government, they've talked about tapping into this pension fund.
Good.
I think they even took some money out of it.
Now, what is that illegality that makes you go off? Now, you are saying legally, which of course the legal positions, you establish them as government. Because of that, you are using it to go and take monies that belong to individuals who have said, so that there will be pensions and all that. It's unfortunate, you know, Kelly, there are certain things. It's not just like when you see antelope and maybe in the middle and then 6 lions surrounding it. What can it do? That's how government is. People, the citizenry are like that antelope in the middle. There's nothing they can do. And that's why when they always say they move against government, they will overthrow them. I say, well, if you start checking Nigerian history, it has been the military that will overthrow because they are more powerful. Not the people. Nigerian system is that if you come out and then you go on the road, they may not point the guns at you. Once you hear that, Kelly, your brain will tell you, get back to your house. That thing that is sounding may take root in you, and that's going for you.
But I don't think that way.
Okay. Maybe next, I've never seen you in any protest.
No, I don't have any reason to be there.
I have never seen you in any protest.
I don't have any reason to be, but I don't think that way.
It's all right.
No, I don't.
Well, maybe you are supporting them going to take the pension funds.
No, but
legally, that's what they say.
It doesn't add up. So if they haven't even collected the money, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll start shouting, they will not bring out another explanation. They say, the government says they are making money. They say they are making money. So why are you still hungry for more money to execute projects? You've established the so-called infrastructure fund that we're asking the laws backing the establishment of the so-called infrastructure fund. The government is silent on it. They are mum on it. And then you say you want to go and talk. The pensions fund that even the retirees find it difficult to access their fund when they have retired.
Oh, government wants to facilitate the law because they made the laws, and they want to use the laws and have access to those funds that the individuals have been finding difficult to get. It's unfortunate. Look at, I keep on telling you that sometimes there's deceit in government. Deceit. His house is in government. Now look at Cardoso that came out as the CBN governor and said the dollar is now weakened by whatever operations and modifications they've made.
It was.
No, of course it was. Did I doubt that?
We're 1,100.
Good. But I said, will it be sustained?
It was sustained now.
Sustained to how many months, please?
2 days sustenance. Is that not something?
It is. And you see, it wasn't very difficult for me to come up with a coinage, Cardoso magic. That we are going to see it
But we saw it now.
It's gone up the flames.
No, but we saw it now. We saw it for like 2 days.
It's unfortunate. See,
the Naira even won, according to Cardoso, best performing currency in the month of April. So it wasn't 2 days. It was like a month.
Kelly.
The Naira went from almost 2,000. Came up, appreciated, got up to 1,100. I think it's perhaps the lack of hope and excitement and optimism from Nigerians that made it crash again.
Was it the hope that made the Naira
because
get
by the time they started dealing with the BDCs, they'll catch you. If you are selling dollar, they'll catch you. Go and lock you up. Make you sign something. This is hypothetically. They'll make you go and sign something. You come out and you behave yourself. They say, do you know anything about it? I say, it's Yemi Cardoso doing well. Cardoso is the best. His policies have turned everything. How about Tinubu? Tinubu is wonderful. See now, our economy is becoming stronger. By the time they did all those, people just fell in line.
Let me tell you, let Cardoso be praying to whoever he holds so dear that when he leaves, what is following Emefiele will not trail him. I'm telling you.
No, that depends on if Tinubu doesn't win the election.
And that's what I have said now. Because you see, it's not. I have told you before that you don't see everything and open your mouth too wide for the whole thing to be exhausted. I have said it to a level, and people will put 2 and 2 together to know that it's the principle.
Are you suggesting that Tinubu will not win the election?
No, you see, if there is any election, let me tell you, and Tinubu is hale and hearty, he will win it the second time. As he has come for these 4 years, just give him 8 years.
So Headmaster doesn't have anything to fear now.
Will Tinubu be after the 8th year? Will he be in office?
No, you know his term is 5 years.
That's what
his term is 5 years now. So if I were him, I'll just walk to the 5th year. I said, Mr. President, there's one course I need to go and do in Obodo-Ibo.
Okay.
When I go for that course, it might take me about 10 years. You know, Mr. President, you know, Mr. President, I recommend somebody, you know, at those levels, they should have a way of communicating.
If they give him just 1 month, stay 1 month and hand over, that 1 month will be enough for them to find out loopholes and come back for
by now, you should know how to play his card. Let's go to another story real quick. I'm reading direct from X right now. Some of these stories are on the paper, some are not. The PDP released a statement, the first time I've seen in a long while. Our stand on former Rivers lawmakers is sacrosanct. PDP. The PDP declares that nothing will make it change its position on the vacation of seats of former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly who defected from the PDP to the All Progressives Congress APC. The party also clarifies that it is not under pressure from any quarters to compromise its position in court, wherein it had already clearly stated that the former Rivers State lawmakers are no longer members of the Rivers State House of Assembly from December 11, 2023, when they publicly announced their defection from the PDP to the APC. This clarification is a refutal of a mischievous report in a section of the social media falsely claiming that there are plots to compromise the party's position and provide an attainable lifeline to the former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly to return to their seats which they have constitutionally vacated. Our party therefore stands by its position that the affected members have since lost their seats in the Rivers State House of Assembly, having arrogantly committed an unpardonable constitutional breach. That claim, like they want to come back. You know, this rings a bell in my head. The last media parley that Yeson Wike had, he said, if there was a defection, that was what Yeson Wike said. Although Tony Okocha said he saw their letters, he saw their resignation letters, leaving the PDP and joining the APC. But I still have it. I just can't call it up now. He said, if there was a defection.
Kelly, you heard what I said, that Nigerian politics is full of calisthenics. You see, I don't know whether a goat, the one they call a kid, a small goat. There's a stage it will reach. What you see, if you go close, it will jump. Even if there is water boiling, it could jump and without knowing, fall inside that hot water. If you maybe you've not watched it, that's the stage, the growth stage of a goat. Now, such is the hallmark of politics, Nigerian brand. Don't be shocked tomorrow you hear that we want to come back to PDP. That's when they have lost in their battle in the APC as they went to APC now. Even what he said, Okocha said, he saw those things. Those papers won't exist again at that time. Nobody will see them. I tell you, that's Nigerian way. But the issue is that, for now, I think the position of the PDP, like I always say, I'm not hard of hearing, so I've heard them. I do not think there's a time a child will say that the mother is not the best cook.
Okay.
So their position, they will maintain it. But what is the court going to give us? We'll wait for that.
All right. So from the papers, Daily Post, gunmen kidnap Anambra Catholic priest Reverend Father Basil Buzo. Police launch manhunt for abductors. A popular Catholic clerist, I beg your pardon, a popular Catholic priest in the Onitsha Diocese of Anambra State by the Catholic Archdiocese of Onitsha dated May 16, 2024. According to the statement, the incident occurred on Wednesday, May 15, 2024, around 8 a.m. along the Eke Inkpo Obasi bypass. The statement also adds that His Grace, Most Reverend Valerian Okeke, the Metropolitan Archbishop of Onitsha, has called on all Christ faithful and people of goodwill to pray for the quick and safe release of the priest. There's a statement from the police authorities. Let me just read that part. Reacting to the development in a statement on Thursday evening, the State Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO, Tochukwu Ikenga, says the police has launched a manhunt for the abductors of the priest. Let's hope that he's rescued soonest.
Yes.
Bandits kill 3, kidnap 120 villagers in Zamfara community. I'm like, where will you put 120 villagers? No fewer than 3 persons have been reported killed and over 120 abducted in notorious bandits attacked some communities in Maradun local government area of Zamfara State. According to a resident in the area who gave his name as Abubakar Mohammed, the terrorists invaded the town at about 1:17 a.m. on Thursday, operating from house to house. He further stated that the kidnapped persons were mainly women and men, adding that the terrorists also killed 3 people during their operation. The whereabouts of many members of the community could not be traced, and it is very clear that we lost 3 of our men to the tragic operation. Speaking further, Mohammed pointed out that the bandits came in large numbers on motorcycles with sophisticated weapons and surrounded the community as the people were running helter-skelter to save their lives.
See, Kelly, this kind of stories read helps to ike me more and more about this country. We have a government, and then we have the security operatives. Now, are we now saying that the operatives are not giving all they need? Why is it that the military budget will run into perhaps billions, if not more, every year? And are the monies just on paper without being released? If they are released, and now where are the also expertise of these operatives? That, for instance, give us adequate intelligence to know exactly where these bandits are hiding, where they are residing. Because as it stands, you remember there was, I think it was in Kaduna when they kidnapped their children. And then they came, made requests of beans, rice, and all such things. so have to be supplied them. They will be eating and then eating fat and then have the energy to come back and kidnap people. Then government of this country to bandits. What is going on? Why is it that bandits will be reigning as if nothing, nobody is in charge? I think government should think about that. So for me, just like when this insurgency was very hot, coming to kill the wind, what have the people that adopted as at that time you were called and nobody showed up? It's unfortunate. So if government wants it that way, let them continue.
Okay, a story we just talked about. Rivers, you pay if you hurt anyone while expressing your useless support. Fubra wants LG chairman. He also talked about the fact that he's about the most abused governor, and he has not responded. He did not react. He kept his calm. So he's charged the local government chairman to also keep their calm. We talked about this already, so let's move on. Vanguard newspaper, electricity, most discos are technically insolvent. NEC. The federal government yesterday admitted that most of the electricity distribution companies, discos in Nigeria, are technically insolvent and unable to pay for invoices sent to them for the electricity market and invest in network expansion projects. Speaking at the 8th Africa Energy Marketplace 2024 in Abuja, Chairman of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NEC, Engineer Sanusi Garba, said the poor financial state of the discos makes it difficult for them to raise the needed capital to invest. Garba went on to point out that the challenges facing the sector are a culmination of past inactions and missteps by those saddled with the responsibilities of managing the sector, both at policy and operational levels. He says today, when we take a look at distribution companies, they are clearly and technically insolvent, and you also want them to raise capital in terms of debt or equity. It's a Herculean task.
You see, Kelly, I don't know when they talk about these. What there are many codes. What do they call discos? The problem I always have is that, Kelly, there must be a blueprint. There must be a template when they sprang up, and then they gave them this and that and said, at this stage, government will not allow this to go beyond this or above this. Operate. You have a field that full of freedom. Operate in that field. But why is it that we are hearing insolvent and all that? Is it that people, Nigerians, okay, maybe because also you hear that government is owing billions, not paying them. Will they use their blood and then supply electricity? Think about it. They don't give you electricity, they don't supply you electricity, you come hard on them. I remember vividly, I can't remember whether it was in the 80s or 90s, that whether it was NEPA or Power Holding, that time they were holding power. And truly they were holding, they were not supplying it. And they went to Bori Camp and held it. Disconnected them also. You know what could happen now? You know the people that are there. The superior power is there.
Okay.
And they came and then held the power holding people with a tighter rope, as it were. They went and released them. So what I'm saying, when government and its institutions are owing discos, how will disco continue not being insolvent? Insolvency will continue now with them.
Okay.
So government should look into the arrangements, how they are keeping to the side of their bargain. That is it.
Well, on the part of the minister, there's another story from him as well. Chief Adebayo Adelabu says the government is working to get the distribution companies solvent and effective by unbundling their operations along state boundaries. Adelabu went on to insist that the areas covered by current discos are too large for them to deliver effective services to consumers. Speaking on how the government will tackle the 1.3 trillion owed the power generation companies and the $1.3 billion debts to gas companies, the minister disclosed that President Bola Tinubu has approved a plan to liquidate the debt. So Mr. President has approved the submission made by the Minister of State Petroleum for Gas to defray outstanding debts owed gas supply companies by power generation companies. The payments are in two parts, the legacy debt and the current debt. For the current debt, approval has been given to pay about 130 billion naira from the Gas Stabilization Fund, which the federal government will the Federal Ministry of Finance will pay. While trying to make money or to make naira appreciate in a hurry, it will not work. At Edo Peter side, why try to make naira appreciate in a hurry? It won't work. At Edo Peter side,
let him tell
the founder of Stanbic IBTC and ANAP Foundation at Edo Peter side says trying to make the naira appreciate against the dollar in a hurry will not work. Peter Side said this in an interview on Channels Television. The founder went on to note that the urgency with which the President Bola Tinubu-led administration wants the naira to appreciate against other foreign currencies is not the best approach. He, however, exonerated the current administration from the depreciation of the naira. According to him, the best approach would be for the central bank to stabilize the naira to a level where they can sustain it for some time and gradually build the reserve. He says, I'll be fair to this government. They inherited the exchange rate problem, and what they have been doing is trying to manage it. Recently, I would have thought let's get some stability around 1,300 or 1,400. Don't be in a hurry to appreciate the exchange rate. Going to sell dollar to Bureau de change at 1,000 or 1,050, those guys will turn around in 2 weeks and sell at 1,400, 1,500, and then go away laughing. What's the point for that? It's better to have some stability they can sustain, keep it between 1.3, which looks to be natural equilibrium today. Keep it there for a while. Build up your reserve to let confidence come back. So stop trying to appreciate the naira in a hurry. It's not going to work. He went on to urge the government to start doing things right in building confidence among investors and stop reckless spending. My enemies now sleep with two eyes open. Governor Fubara, when he received the IYC at the government house roundabout. So let's move on. Premium Times, Senate suspends move to stop electricity tariff hike. There's a part of this story that's interesting for me. Let's take a read. The Senate has suspended the consideration of a report recommending the suspension of the increase in electricity tariff by the National Electricity Regulatory Commission, NEC, pending legal advice. The resolution, sequel to a point of order raised by Chairman of the Senate Committee on Rules and Business, Titus Zam, during plenary. The Deputy Senate President, Baru Jibrin, announced the resolution after a majority of the senators supported it through voice votes. When the Chairman of the Committee on Power, Enaya Baribe, presented a report on the issue during Thursday's plenary, directing NEC to reverse the increment, many of the lawmakers in their separate contributions rejected the reversal, saying the matter is already before a federal high court in Kano. Abaribe from Abia South, PDP, or no, ABGA, ABGA, while presenting the report, said the committee recommended that the Ministry of Power and NEC should, in the meantime, adopt measures to address the problem of power scarcity rather than increasing power. He went on to recommend that NEC should hold the electricity distribution companies accountable for the area of performance. The committee stressed that the mass metering program of the federal government should be encouraged to address the current metering gap. Well, Mr. Zam, who represents Benue Northwest, raised the observation that the matter is already before a federal high court and subsequently urged the Senate to suspend the consideration of the report. Jimo Ibrahim, APC Ondo South, supported the suspension. Deputy Senate President, who presided over plenary, thereafter ruled that the committee's report be suspended pending advice from the National Assembly Legal Department. Now, what's striking for me is some people say when a matter is in court, it doesn't affect lawmakers.
It doesn't affect them.
You've heard this argument before now. And there are real-life cases. You know, there was a case in court against the screening and confirmation of Samuel Oboko as NDDC board chairman. The Senate went ahead to do it now. The Senate went ahead to do it. So in this case, it's almost like they pick and choose which they comply. This matter is in court, we're aware. Anyway, they said their committee on defense would advise them. They'll take legal advice. But do you see them being effective in telling NEC to reverse the tariff hike? Is it likely to happen?
It does. And happening is a different thing.
That's what we're
it's a different thing. As for telling them, they may tell them. Yes. You know, Kelly, in this country, we are just acting in movies upon movies. The senators could call them, even if it reaches the committee stage or will it be through plenary, whichever form, but tell them the hard truth that you people shouldn't have gone up. You shouldn't have, in fact, hiked your tariff and all that. They dance.
Okay.
What will they do again? Nothing. A lot of people, we've had plethora of instructions or maybe cajolings on issues. They'll tell you, no, you shouldn't have done this. In fact, with the committee, we are going to committee stage to find out. And it will end there. Nothing will happen. Nothing will follow it again.
Okay, still from Premium Times, Emirates announces flight resumption in Nigeria. We already talked about this story. The cable, 36 House of Assembly speakers back creation of state police. Speakers of Nigeria's 36 state houses of assembly have supported the ongoing process by the National Assembly to create state police. Speakers made their resolution known in a communique issued at the end of the meeting of the Conference of Speakers of State Legislatures held in Abuja on Thursday. Adebo Ogundoyin, Speaker of Oyo House of Assembly and Chairman of the conference, signed the communique. The speaker said the state policing would check the negative trend of insecurity in the country. All 36 of them. All 36 of them. That's striking. And then Daily Trust, Students' Loan Portal opens May 24. We've talked about this already. And then all those not paying electricity bills grumbling on new tariff. The Minister for Power speaking on this particular story. Let's just read this one. This is the one before the final. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu has said the hue and cry on the electricity tariff increase for Band A customers is from those who are not paying electricity bills, who were not paying bills in the past. Adelabu, who spoke at the 8th Africa Energy Marketplace Forum on Thursday in Abuja, says the new tariff has led to a reduction in energy costs for consumers in the band by 30 to 40%. He went on to foil the claim that the new tariff has increased the cost of production for manufacturers, leading to a high cost of goods and services. Electricity tariff was not targeted at improvising Nigerians or worsening the already bad economic situation of high inflation rate and naira losing value, but targeted at resolving or reducing the hardship of the people. Those on Band A, if they should do their arithmetic properly and compare what they have been spending on energy provision from grid supply and energy generators put together before the review of tariff, they would have achieved nothing less than 30 to 40% reduction in their total cost. That is the truth. It's subjective, right?
Yes.
A final story. Nigerians waiting to see if Tinubu's government is serious. At Edo Peter side, part of that interview. At Edo Peter side, founder of Stanbic IBTC and ANAP Foundation has said Nigerians are waiting to see if the president, Bola Tinubu's administration, means business. He also faulted the 90 billion naira subsidy for the 2024 Hajj, saying it is not good for the nation's economy. He said what investors are looking for before coming in to reactivate the economy is policy consistency. The government must show them that it is doing all the right things, putting in place the right policies and the right coordination. As we are coordinating this kind of monetary policy, all of a sudden, you hear one direction coming out. If it can't be from the central bank, it can't be from the Ministry of Finance itself, it's a political product from the legislature and executive. Therefore, who is subsidizing the Hajj in 2024? You're damaging the economy. Many people are waiting to see whether the government is serious. If Nigeria turns around, you will instill confidence. This is not the politics of political parties. I want to see every government in Nigeria better than the past. Well, those are the stories. Want to react to this?
You see, Kelly, I think government is not even thinking anything about how Nigerians see them. No, they are not. They are doing their thing. You know, that's why I came up with a coinage here that said, do your own do, and then they will, you will say your own say, but they will do their own do. Government is the one acting. You've given them the mandate. As it were, you have pulled sand around their waist, and they are standing very firm because of that sand. And there is nothing. If you mess up, they'll come up with the instrument you've used in empowering them after you, and you'll hide. So they are not interested. What they do after this first term of Tinubu, they'll go for another election, and he will go for a second term, and he finishes, he goes. Is Buhari still in office? No, he's not. That's the way they go.
It doesn't matter to them.
They don't care about how you feel. So that's why they are doing whatever they are doing.
All right, your reactions matter to us, so let's take some of them this morning. 0817-000951 and 0810951091. Again, 0817-000951, 0810951091. Today 95.1. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello, Tony. Welcome. Please go on.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah. The governor is not an ethnic man. He does not play the ethnic card. But if there's anybody or any person that plays the ethnic card, is the other side of the divide. If he's that kind of ethnic man, He wouldn't flag off this Ezeda, Ikore, Amok route. These are not his just talk. He wouldn't flag off Bobby, this route. He wouldn't flag it off. This is a man that has come to unify the state. He has, like he has received a paradigm insult. Nobody, I cannot receive one quarter of that insult. He has been received.
Okay.
Which any good group can receive that.
All right.
So when he says this man is thinking the ethnic card. No. This is just thought.
All right.
And people are coming to stop him. Others are coming. Okay, all right, let me just come.
That's your time. Thank you so much. Kelly, greetings. Governors have killed local governments. Earlier I said I was going to read some of these messages. I think I read a message from you. Thank God ability at Weibo. We took a message from you earlier, actually on the show. So there's no need for me to go back. Okay, that call. All right, 0701-9339-962. 0701-9339-962. That is for text messages. If you want to do WhatsApp, feel free. If you want to do traditional SMS portal, feel free. Use that number. Okay, so I did promise to go back and look at some of those messages. We read some earlier. Kelly, good morning. It's a mistake for the governor to conclude that the enemy of the state is defeated because the enemies are only retreating but have not surrendered. It's hasty and naive conclusion because the enemies of the state are dogged fighters who are only lying low for now while strategizing. The governor ought to know that the enemies he's dealing with don't give up easy, especially when they remember River State is their personal estate to be looted. So Governor Fubara should talk less to save energy to plan for future fights. DK from Port Harcourt. DK, thank you for reaching out. Kelly, I'm a full supporter of the governor. However, I was a bit disappointed with his speech. He sounded tribalistic and made it look like the Jaws are the only ones who support him. The governor should go ahead with the governance of River State and avoid the tribal sentiment. As for the NLC and federal government, it's pure evil for the federal government to propose 48K as minimum wage in the current state of bastardized economy. I remember when the vice president said Nigerians will not earn a minimum wage but a living wage. Kelly, is 48K the living wage? We're in hot soup. Daniel from Oswoba. Thank you so much, Daniel, for reaching out and for your contributions. The part of peace that you disobeyed the president and the peace pact, the useless support the governor mentioned is the same support that brought him to power. This governor doesn't know how to talk. He should learn how to talk. He would always mention renewed hope just to find favor from the president. But unfortunately, the favor is not there again. Bro, Victor Godwin, thank you for reaching out. 0817-00-00951, 0810-95-10951. If you're having network troubles, just keep trying. We have a few minutes. It's just Friday, so we'll take a few calls before we check out of the studio. I see some of your messages here. Okay? Federal government can pay $500,000 as an oil and gas country, keeping the check on the fixed and variable factors and improve on the economy, removing the leakages and abridging the income gap. Why can't the federal government pay when National Assembly members are receiving about 30 million naira each every month? From manager Sir Festus Tigbani. Okay, thank you for reaching out. 500K minimum wage. Others will run. We'll just find our way.
One wheelbarrow of 1,000 will buy one loaf of bread.
We'll just find our way. Oh, that's what it means. So, are you there? I saw it ring just moments ago. Suspect some network issues. Kelly, greetings. Are you aware that Governor Hope Uzodinma has appointed sole administrator? Yeah, in Imo State. And none of these APC members shouting in River State won't be caretaker committee chairman, and they haven't kicked against the move. The sole administrators will assume their roles for a tenure of 60 days, after which the governor will conduct local government election. Thank God ability at Weibo. Story is a bit mixed up. Okay, but let's move on. Gift from Port Harcourt. Kelly and Magna Sabe's comment last year. We didn't talk about Magna Sabe today. Magna Sabe was yesterday. So let's move on. Hi, Kelly. Fubara has spoken very well and maturely, and his conduct has become a lesson to those who are very loud and unarticulated in their speeches, to learn not to underestimate anyone, and even the defected speaker and his team should right now be warming up to embrace shame, knowing the position of the law over their actions. I'm highly disappointed with the insinuations coming from a man who seems to be learned, Mr. Magnus Abbey. Well, we're not talking about... Did we talk about the Magnus Abbey statement today?
Today, no.
It's a disturbing political twist in Rivers State, exposing the fake and any side belly-faced politician parading themselves as Democrats. Thank you for reaching out. Good morning, Kelly and Ogaima. The governor is doing well, but the governor should shift from road to agriculture, reviving all the primary health care centers built by Amechi and the general hospitals, revive all the primary schools across the LGAs with a transparent and meritorious completion of a 10,000 employment scheme. Mr. Dennis. All right. Good morning, Kelly, and your guest in the studio. My name is Mr. Okudiri. Chief Indukwe cited an example which is wrong and illegal. You don't shoot gun on armless persons or group. Okay. Okudiri, perhaps I understand the point you're trying to make. I thank the governor for dislodging third tenor agenda. For now, I am simplified. John from Bori.
It's all right.
Thank you for reaching out. Let's see. I think we have some more messages from WhatsApp. Good morning, Kelly and Ogaima. I like the friendly advice of the governor to the self-acclaimed LG chairman. They should toe the path of peace and vacate the office ASAP. Okay, I saw some messages earlier. Since I said I'll take the time to go over some of them again. I saw some of them on X, so let me read a few. And then we'll just check out of the studio, just a few of them. Inseparable with the truth. Obi meets Atiku, Saraki, and Lamido. They need to form a strong alliance, not because an election has to be won. Nigerians know who won the last presidential election. But this alliance is necessary in order to resist any plan to rig the 2027 general election. Okay. I am Louis says, Labour reject 48,000. Tinubu is a failure. You take the price of fuel from 190 to 800 and still want workers to be paid 48,000. A disaster like no other. Bumata Ketima, good morning, Kelly, Ogaima. I'm impressed with the political move by Obi to Atiku. However, I'm equally disappointed with Obi for not listening to us when we cancelled him to join forces with Atiku in 2023. Finally, I'm equally pained with the NLC for their serial betrayal.